Well, hello everyone. So this is the final video, and this is again, if you're sensitive, how the heck do you survive 2020, everything that's going on? So generally sensitive people are going to be more connected with the collective mindset, the collective mind, the thoughts that are going on, and this can be overwhelming. So it's very possible that you've been around somebody who is operating in fear, and because they're operating in fear, you sort of pick some of that up. You know, maybe they were expressing their worries for you of what's going on, and maybe you were even having an okay day, and then all of a sudden, because of what they were sharing, you know, you started getting really worried, and maybe you've tried the other techniques and they didn't quite work. You know, it's also possible that that you've been interacting with someone and they were even like angry at you, and then this can become even more impactful of how you're going to be affected by somebody who's really kind of like letting out their emotions on you. As a sensitive person, we are much more in tune with the collective mind, as well as just people's general emotions. So it's very easy for us to pick something up, and if we're not aware of where it came from, we may mistake it for being ours. And the good news is there's very easy ways to sort of reset ourselves, so we don't really have to pick up what's not ours, or at least not carry it with us for very long. So I've recommended a few other ways of doing it. This one, again, is going to work for you, whether or not you kind of buy into everything I'm sharing. And I'm not going to go too far into sort of psychic attack, the collective mind, or any of that right now. All I want to do is share sort of how this works, so you have something that can work for you. So if we're picking up things that aren't ours, all we have to do is set our intention to release them, so we're no longer taking responsibility for them. And I'm going to walk you through two very simple word forms, things you can say, commands, because what we need to remember is we are living in a free will universe. We are sovereign beings here. We are here for just a moment in time to learn different lessons, and like it or not, we did choose to be sensitive beings on this go around, and you know, sometimes that can be a little overwhelming. We're like, what the heck is going on? I know, you know, I'll have nights where I'm not sleeping, and I'm like, why am I not sleeping tonight? And then I remember, oh yeah, I'm sensitive, that's right. Like sometimes it doesn't even like click right away, because we're sensitives in a less sensitive world. So if you're picking up something that isn't yours, you know, whether it's somebody actively projecting onto you, or you know, it's just you unconsciously are picking up or unaware where it came from, all you have to do is say, connecting with my higher self now. And as you connect with your higher self, you may even feel or notice sensations that are different for you. And then say, I gently and lovingly release all that does not belong to me and return it to the source of its creation now. So again, I gently and lovingly release all that does not belong to me and return it to the source of its creation now. And there's one other one that you can use if you want to get a little bit more stern, a little bit more sovereign. I know about a year ago I had somebody writing some pretty strongly worded messages about me online, and I remember feeling really off, and I didn't understand why. And then I went and checked my social media, and sure enough, the exact time that I was really feeling off was when he started posting online negative comments about me, and really generated a whole bunch of other people kind of chiming in, and that created a thought form in the collective that I picked up, because it was also directed at me, whether consciously or unconsciously. He was attempting to you know, harm me in that way. So what I did was, you know, I tried the first one, and it worked. But then, you know, I wanted to go a little bit harder, or a little bit stronger, really make sure I kind of like release this for good. And so what I said was, again, connect it with my higher self, the eternal part of us, the part of us connect it with source, the part of us that is, fully aware of all the agreements we've made on this earth, whether or not we are aware of them, and sometimes, begrudgingly maybe we're taking them in at the moment. And I said, connecting with my higher self now. I command all thought forms, life forms, energies, entities, anything that has been projected on me that is causing me harm, interference, negativity in any way, whether in this dimension of time and space or any other. I command that you return to the source of your creation now, and may the source experience the effect of their own fearful making. I command all thought forms, life forms, entities, projections that have been projected on me, that are causing me interference, negativity, in any way harmfully impacting my life. May you leave me and return to the source of your creation so that the source might experience the effects of their own harmful, fearful making now. And I do want you to understand we live in a free will universe. We do live in a cause and effect karmic wheel, and when you are releasing this and sending it back to the person, you're sending them back the karma, which ideally is actually helping them even grow, them understand, when I project on someone, maybe it's not such a good idea. Maybe, it's doing harm for them by doing that, and they can also learn their lesson. So I hope that helps you. Give it a shot. You can play with the wording. You do not have to do it exactly like I did, but that should give you sort of an idea of where to start. It's really just being intent that nothing gets to come into your fields, your energy field, without your permission. Reminding the universe, reminding anything trying to latch on, that it's not allowed to do it. And it's got to get off. Because sometimes what they'll take is they'll see, the person didn't overtly reject me or overtly say I couldn't. So they take that as compliance, that you did nothing or took no action, and you may have even been unaware of it. You can pick this up by singing a song that has a deeper meaning that is harmful. You can pick this up by watching a show that has a deeper meaning that's harmful, by interacting with people who don't actually intend well. So it's useful when things feel off to connect in with this and give it a shot. Now I'm out in nature right now. Anytime I'm out in nature, I sort of come back more to source. Nature is more close to source than we are, living in this 3D reality where we have shoes and cement and Wi-Fi and all these things that really, do serve a purpose, but they have sort of taken us away from our naturalness and who we kind of are at an eternal level. So getting into nature, sitting it with the ground, so you can actually reconnect. Now, if you understand we do live in a vibrational world, everything we see and perceive is really just a frequency, and even the earth itself vibrates at a certain frequency. Sometimes if we don't spend enough time outdoors or connect it with the earth, we can get thrown off. Now, even astronauts that go in space, they need to have the frequency of the earth, which is the Schumann resonance, which is 7.5 hertz. They need to have that artificially reverberating in the spacecrafts and presumably in their suits too, because if our body is out of sync with that resonance long enough, it can really throw us off and put us into bad health. So play with those, but also remember, get out in nature, get connected with the earth in whatever way you can, whether it's going to a park and sitting in the grass, whether it's just hugging a tree or sitting next to a tree for a little bit, whatever it takes to help you reconnect with nature is going to really serve you during this time. So that's all I have for now. I really hope this helps you. And again, you don't need to buy into every single thing I said. This is just what I have found to be true. And And I am just, you know, as much of a questioner as anyone else, and I'm always willing to change my views and thoughts when I'm given new and more compelling information that does sit even more right with me. So if any of this didn't feel right for you, that's okay. Take what works and, you know, leave the rest aside. So until next time, please stay sane. Please do what you need to for yourself during this time. And, you know, we chose this time for a very specific reason. This is a very special time in our galactic history, and maybe I'll talk about that at another point in time. But just realize, like, you are here for a reason. Yes, you are sensitive living in a non-sensitive world. I hope those things that I shared so far can help you, and do whatever you need to take care of yourself. You do have a reason for being here. You do matter, and I look forward to sharing more with you soon.